Hola, ¿qué tal mis amigos? Esta semana estamos visitando la Basílica de la Virgen de Guadalupe. The Basilica of Guadalupe is the largest pilgrimage site in all of Mexico and possibly the Americas. We're going to go there today to learn some of the history of this famous place and experience it firsthand. Vamos por el Metro Línea 3 hasta Deportivo 10 y 8 de marzo y transbordo para Línea 6 La Vía. Let's go!
Número 3, número 5, número 9, número...
Each time I've come here, it has felt like there's something sacred about this place. Para mí, hay algo sagrado sobre este lugar. Here in La Villa, images of La Virgen y los Santos are everywhere, and the air is getting clearer as we move toward the northern edge of the city. There are a number of different churches and chapels here in La Villa, a pueblo which was swallowed up by Mexico City, here on its north side, just below Ecatepec in Estado de Mexico. La historia de la Virgen es algo muy complejo. The story of how Our Lady of Guadalupe came to be revered here in Mexico is a complex one. Adentro la Basílica es la imagen de la Virgen. The Basilica is the place where the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe is located. I've stood outside this church many times, looking into the space and offering prayers with the other pilgrims. What I can say is there is an overwhelming sense of peace which fills your heart when you spend some time with her, regardless of whether you have faith or not. It begins with an indigenous man, Cuauhtlatoatzin, baptized as Juan Diego, who, as the story goes, in 1531, just 10 years after the Spanish conquest, had a vision here at Cerro de Tepeyac, the hill where the Nahuas, the native peoples of this place, worshipped the deity Tonantzin, a name which in Nahuatl means our venerated mother. Cuando Juan Diego presentado su tilma al obispo, había una imagen de la Virgen impreso allí. And so when Juan Diego presented his cloak to the bishop with the image of an indigenous woman in the form of La Virgen imprinted on it, the merging of this indigenous goddess with the cult of devotion to the Virgin Mary began. Near the top of Cerro de Tepeyac is La Capilla del Cerrito. This place is close to where Juan Diego had his first encounter with La Virgen. And standing here, we can see the city spread out before us. Regardless of whether this was truly a miraculous act or no, its immediate effect was to bring the indigenous peoples into the arms of the church. However, its greater and long-term effect has been to elevate the devotion of these same peoples, those who were oppressed by the Spanish conquistadors, and who to this day make up a majority of the population here in Mexico. For me, she is a representation of the Earth Mother, the archetypal feminine who nurtures and supports us on our journeys through this life. Para mí, ella es una representación de la Madre de la Tierra. I feel the love which goes with me as I return to the world. And that's a quality which is common to pilgrimage sites like this. But I don't want to try and convince you of something. It's just to say that's my experience. So regardless of what your beliefs are, or whether or not you have faith, the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe is one of the most important historical sites in Mexico and all of the Americas. It tells a complex story of how a devotional faith was brought here from Europe by the Spanish and merged with the practices of the indigenous peoples to create something new, a representation of the dignity of the feminine and of the peoples who are native to this land. Thanks for joining me this week. Gracias por acompañarme on our visit to the Basilica of La Virgen de Guadalupe. If it's your first time to visit my channel, I hope you'll subscribe and ring that notification bell down there so we can stay in touch. Until next week, hasta la próxima semana. Cuídate, mis amigos. Peace.